What's up? Trying to get some girls in here so it's not just a sausage festers. What's happening, everybody? It's freaking hot and muggy. I don't know how long I'm gonna last. I might just have to freaking break down, put the air conditioner in today because it just sucks out. Anyway, and I'm covered in poison ivy again. That's life. So what are you guys up to? What's up, Andrew? What's up, Chris? What's up, Zolan? What's up, David? What y'all be doing now, you hear? You know, you hear? You up to it? People driving up my driveway? I have no idea who it is. I'm guessing they're going out back. Yep, they are. So, anyway. Anybody want to hop in here like Andrew or Zolan or Chris or trying to learn Idea Maker? Well, get your butt in here. I can help you with that because I know Idea Maker pretty well. Actually, Chris's little tutorials and yeah, Joe 3D Maker Noob, and actually my old ones. If you search up my old ones, they're like a year or two old. They still apply 90%, like 99.999%, because really all there is added features in the last 2 or 3 updates, and a couple of little interface updates which have no bearing on setting it up. Setting it up is actually pretty easy. There's a lot of people coming out back. What's going on out back? Somebody must be doing something. Yeah, Chris's is pretty good. I have a pretty detailed one. It's old. It's like a year or two old. And it literally walks you through it step by step, setting up a printer and well, the Prusa should be easy. Here's the thing. People don't get it. Idea Maker is filament based. Setting up a printer is stupidly simple. It asks you nozzle size, max temperatures, for the bed, whether you have a heated bed or not, whether it's square or round, size of your build plate, size, your build platform height, width, stuff like that. Nozzle size, pretty much done. It doesn't need a whole lot on the printer side. All it cares about is the mechanics of the printer. Is it square or round? Is it delta? Is it, what's the size of your build plate? What that size of the nozzle? That's pretty much it. Max temperatures. There are a few little tricks and tips. You definitely want to hit that omit. What do they call it? Omit, raise, panel, specific, whatever. There's a little check to omit because they have some very specific commands that allow it to send stuff to its screen during printing that you don't want. And supposedly it deletes the M1001 and the M1002, but it always seems to fix it if I add those two. And that's really it. After that, it's, take all the settings from either Cura or S3D or Prusa Slicer and just convert them over to the filament. Every printer has a filament base, and then all the settings are in the filament. Everything's under the filament. Yeah, jump in. I posted this thing. People. We need people besides just... I mean, do you really want to sit here and listen to this all by itself? It's scary. The more people with some kind of sanity is a better thing. I won't last long anyways. It's too freaking hot. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to have to... I've been out mowing and weed whacking and My streams are going to be more and more toward the afternoons now because morning it's too nice and cool. And if I got to do anything outside, it's going to be in the morning because now there's no way I'd be outside in the sun. Ain't gonna happen. I'm too old and fat for that. Way too old and fat for that. Yeah. Yeah, Idea Maker's different. It's good. I would never say get rid of your other slicers, especially if you got stuff completely tuned. There's just so many advantages to Idea Maker now. Hey, Samantha, you want to jump in and actually, like chat and hang out? Hey, I got the wrong thing. I can't moderate you. Oh, well. If you want, the link's right there, Samantha, that you can jump in and hang out. Andrew's jumping in. I still need to talk to you because I still have buttloads of fabric out in the garage that I need to box up and get out of here. Yeah, so that's what phones are for. Just punch it up on the phone. Go to the bathroom. Wait a minute. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I know you will. The problem is convincing my mother finally. She's getting more and more reasonable. The problem is now it's hard because she's actually been using a lot of it because of this whole coronavirus thing. She's been making masks out of it all. But she keeps buying more, even though there's. But it's just the mice are getting into it. I just threw out like 2 more freaking boxes of stuff that the mice moved into. So the cost got to get out of the garage. The stuff she's got in the basement's fine, but the stuff in the garage needs to go away before it just gets destroyed. Because it's a garage and it's not like a house. It gets mice and crap. Anyway, no, I wouldn't send you anything with mice nests in it. I would make sure it's clean first. You and Amy should just, whatever. It would have been cool if there was actually an Earth because it's only like 3 or 4 hours away. You could have gone to Earth, come up here, picked it up, and then flown or drive home. Yeah, cats. I'm trying to get her to get a cat. That's the other thing. She won't let me have a cat anymore. It's like she grew up loving cats and dogs. We had 35 pets in this house at one time. No exaggeration. 35 cats, dogs, mice, hamsters, 35 total. And she loved them all. And now she fights me on getting a cat. My father wanted a cat. Had no problem with it. Mom was like, no, we don't want a cat. I don't get it. Anyways, yeah, cats are good. Andrew, I thought you were jumping in here. Where'd Andrew go? There he is. Speak of the devil. And it's an Andrew.
Howdy. What's up, dude? Not too much. Been modeling all day. And yesterday and the day before.
I'm going to call you an English dude, but you're not actually English. You're Scottish or Irish or something, aren't you?
Scottish. Well, from Scotland.
I knew you were one of them there, outskirts.
See, Tana kind of got me on a tangent, so I've been modeling constantly recently. He's been doing his wing design, so I designed this, and it is now light enough. That's the one that I've done, and it's got the mount on it now for the rubber band engine, and it's light enough that it actually does glide.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does actually glide. I mean, I threw it across the room. It does obviously go at an angle and then starts to pick up, so it does need quite a lot of speed to get some, lift. But yeah, if you have a look at it, is actually, the walls are extremely thin. So, and it also has little ailerons as well, so I can push up and push down,
cool.
So that it can get some movement on it. And then obviously the rubber band engine, the band goes on the front here, comes to the back, has the propeller. You wind it up and then throw it. But
have you ever looked at the dudes that do the RC airplanes and stuff and how they build their models to make
3D lab prints?
Make them ridiculously light.
Well, see, the thing is that I've got loads and loads of old RC plans because I used to build them from balsa wood. So a lot of people have been saying how they actually build their planes from scratch, basically, as they download the PDF of the original kind of templates from RC Aircraft.
Yeah,
What's much, yeah, it's a lot more easier to figure it out that way. So when I was looking through my old plans and stuff, I found a few old plans, and I kind of got back into it again. And I'll show you.
Does it actually say Hemera on it, or does it still say Hermes? Still on. Might all still say Hermes.
Confusion.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'll show it. You did. I forgot you got control of my streams.
So,
oh yeah. So you're gonna make it more like a glider body.
Yeah. So I've actually created
body, whatever you want to call it. There's a name for that kind of structure. I can't think of it. Because the other thing you can do is those two. You got the two struts going back there. There's a lot of quadcopter carbon fiber tubing that you can get cheap. They're like $1 a pop.
Yeah, so I've done this as like a kid's glider. I'm still doing the canopy.
These are all 5.5 millimeter carbon fiber tubing, like 120 millimeters long. They're like $3 a pop, and they're real carbon fiber. They're not fake. They're like $3 or $4 a pop. Yeah, that's better.
So yeah, so I've been doing that, and I've got some 6 millimeter diameter.
Oh, it still says Hermes. Surprised they haven't had to change that.
Is that right?
Oh, you did get it from Alien, huh? That was quick. He wasn't supposed to actually ship until today, from what I heard.
6 mil diameter aluminium rod that I just had kicking around. So that's going to be for the tail, and it's light enough that I don't have to worry. But it's meant to be like a kid's glider, so Dad 3D prints it, or if you're old enough, you can 3D print it, and then you basically just build it. And also, I've been starting another project. Well, I haven't started another project. I was continuing with another project. What is Batman armor? What I've kind of been building up over. Well, I started it 2 years ago and then kind of left it. So I've started redoing it. And Fusion
cosplay armor, like you're gonna print it big enough to wearable.
Fully wearable. Yeah, this is so that I can make a mold out of it. And then use latex to build off of that. And all of these are just little pieces that I've pieced together. So if you have a look, they're all overlapping, just geometry, and then obviously weld them together to create the actual armor itself. So this one's to scale. So this is the size of my mate. And it's adding in little pieces and trying to fix patches.
You're using mesh mixer?
Yep, mesh mixer.
I freaking hate mesh mixer.
I don't mind it. I got used to it because, like, I used to use Sculptress. So with this, obviously, I can press on here. I can bring a ball in here.
No, I use Sculptress. That ain't nothing like Sculptress.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Because like sculpting tool, you can then go into your symmetry, set up your symmetry line. There you go, and then obviously
it's probably actually more powerful than Sculptress, but it's not like Sculptress.
I loved Sculptress.
I did too. I wish they'd bring it back. You realize they released the new one that's free.
Which one?
ZBrush just released ZBrush Core Mini.
I can't really get used to ZBrush. It's just something I've never been used to.
Sculptress update.
All right, okay.
But it's lacking. There's no masking anymore. There's no, I don't know. It's like a lighter version of even Sculptress, but it does work pretty good. I mean,
I was gonna say that wouldn't really make any sense, but basically that's how I start off with. Is just a ball or a square or whatever, and then just go in and then go over it all, and then just smooth it all out, or you can just do the Control All. Deform and smooth, and then it will just smooth it all off here,
Yeah, see, Samantha's all into the cosplay crap. She should.
Yeah, I love doing cosplay stuff. I mean, like, technically, the reason I bought these printers was I was spending so long working with foam and basically got sick and tired of all my fingers getting stuck together and cuts and glue and all the rest of it. So I started going on to, 3D printing, and I built my first ever 3D printer, the Doodler that I did out of old CD drives, and that kind of got me interested in it. But when I bought my first one, what was a FlashForge Creator 2, what is the MakerBot Replicator copy, and that thing was just garbage. And it took me a year to strip it all apart and fix things on it. I mean, the first time I got it, they sent me ABS, what was meant to be PLA. It had a sticker of PLA on it, but it was ABS.
Yeah.
The cables weren't plugged in. It was dual extruders, and everything was terrible. I mean, like, it had plastic arms to hold a metal bed that was, I think at that time, 5 mil thick. So the entire arms would bend down. Like when you were printing, if it was going up and down, you just see this thing just start doing this up and down. I was like, so I had to design braces to reinforce it and everything.
Oh, who's calling me now? Somebody from Salina, Texas. I don't know anyone from Salina, Texas.
So, yeah, I gave that away to my 3D printing group. I was sick of it. But that's where it kind of started. I mean, I think I spent, well, it was actually quite stupid because back then I think I spent £560 on it. And that was my first printer. And after doing like more research, I was like, oh, I could have quite easily have got something a hell of a lot more better. But you live and learn. And now I've got loads of printers sitting here. All of them need work on them pretty much, but it's because I've been doing development stuff.
My first printer was an M3D Mini.
M3D Mini.
You had it better.
Yeah.
That little plastic cube that never ever really printed.
Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, like I didn't want small. I wanted something big enough that I could make, like I made a cast for throwing knives and ninja stars, and the first ever model that I did that I 3D printed was the Halo Master Chief visor. I made a buck and then silicon molded it, then put plaster in it and made a vacuum former. And then after I made the vacuum former and was doing that for quite a while, I was like, well, I'll try and do more things to do with 3D, but my modeling skills are not the greatest. Like, everyone uses Blender, and I used to be really good with Blender for a while, but if I don't do something for a couple of months, it just goes. I can't remember it, and that's really bad nowadays. So I was trying new stuff in Fusion, like the what was it called again?
Cocky's going to stream in about 5 minutes.
All right. With form and meshes, I was using that in Fusion 360. So I was like, I'll play around with that, and then trying to make the likes of like meshes into solids and solids into meshes, and being able to edit them so that you can actually use them to 3D print and actually get a decent quality off of it. Because that's one thing I find with meshes nowadays is you have to pull up the tris count to ridiculous amounts to even get a decent quality out of it.
Speaking of, so we're Cocky streaming, so I can not stream. He's already streaming. I thought he wasn't starting for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, I just got the doo-doo, so that'll probably be him.
Wardick is streaming this afternoon. I guess. He's already streaming, I guess. Let's go over there. Everybody go over there. Here it is. Oh, we'll kill it. See you, bye. So I'll go over and watch Wardick. Wardickosaurus.
Yeah, no, wrong one. There you go. There you go. It's there.
Oh, I keep forgetting you got control of my damn stream. I'm like, wait a minute, how are you doing that? All right, let's all go over and watch Warkaki.
See you later, Phil. We'll catch you in the other stream.
I so want to just make fun of him, but it's like anything I could think of to say, I'm sure he'd be just like, dude, I've heard it 1,000 times. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right, we're all going over to Warkakis. See yous.
Cool.